Yo, this is Zeladina representing for Ras Kwasi and the whole Lion Voice family. Now listen this is the realest thing. Him closer to me than a brother. Him a me G, me a tell him I'm a lion. Me a go tell you how me feel, me a go keep it real. Me nah go wait till him lay down on the mark. Lion Voice never talk bad about me yet. Him realness me can't forget. Cause when a game time him never bench me, him never rise up against me yet. No, the friendship connect. It's funny how we can talk in front of a million people and never yet drop no catch. So a loyalty till death. Lion Voice, and Zeladina representing. Up, up, up.
Yes, and I can't stress enough the importance of your email list, and for the touring artists especially, making sure that they have someone on the team that is collecting emails so you can be building that direct to consumer relationship. It's so critical.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm an entertainment attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I'm the host of the Lion Voice, and this is episode 3 of Lion Law. So again, we're diversifying the production here at the Lion Voice. We now have the Lion Talk Show, we have the Lion Law, and then of course we have Lion Voice that takes place every Saturday. I give thanks for the response. We're growing slow and steady, and you know I have to big up the Lion Pride, because as we grow, the comments are increasing, the support that I'm getting is increasing, and it's very encouraging. Have to big up the Patreon Lion Pride. For those who are not familiar, Patreon is a site that allows creatives to go direct to the consumer, meaning that the people who support you, that want to see your platform grow, they're able to support you the same way that they would pay for a Netflix and these other subscriptions that we don't own. Patreon allows you to support content that you love, and it's based off of the ancient system. In ancient time, creatives would have a patron, or wealthy people who would sponsor creatives to create art for them. So this is a modernization of that system. So we have 2 patrons currently, and trust me, although it's a humble beginning, I'm ultimately grateful and full of gratitude for our patrons. Big up Andre, big up Ipori. We're gonna do our best, and over on Patreon, feel free. We have different comment sections there to leave your show suggestions, because right now you're in the inner circle. So we're hoping to expand that. So if you're watching, you love the content, please go over to Patreon and become a patron. All right, so that's housekeeping. And remember, if you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride, and we're growing the Lion Pride. But today we are coming with a legal topic. I get this question all the time, so I'm just going to touch very quickly. This is going to be a 2-part series. I'm going to be doing a presentation for the Association of Rastafari Creatives on making music make money, and this is of course the number one question independent artists. You're out there, you're grinding, I myself am an artist. How do you make money to do what you want to do full time, or if it's going to be part time? Because in the modern music industry, it's not a one size fits all, and we want to emphasize that. But in this modern industry, how do I make money? So we're going to outline the basic ways that you can make money, and then we'll do deeper dives going forward in terms of the type of agreements, how an entertainment attorney can help you on this journey. But right now we're just going to outline them very quickly and succinctly so you have a great idea. So we're going to focus on about 10 or 11 ways that you can make money being an artist, an independent artist. And the number one on the list, of course, that we're going to start with, that everybody is familiar with or should be familiar with, is streaming. You got streaming royalties. So when we talk about streaming, we talk about the digital service providers. Who are we talking about? We're talking about the Apple Music. We're talking about the Spotify for the Caribbean. We're talking about Deezer. You have so many players that are in here. You have Amazon Music. You have so many different players. We can list out some of them. I'll list out a few of them on the screen that you can see. But these are the players, and they stream your music, and you get paid every time your music streams or is downloaded. And there are entities that collect that money for you. These would be your digital distributors. Most of the time you're gonna sign up, whether it be with a CD Baby, whether it be TuneCore, whether it be for the Caribbean, Zojak. I have to also big up Audiomack, big up Tanya over at Audiomack. They're doing a lot of work in the African and Caribbean market. They have a vision. Very powerful sister over there, working very hard, JMC alumni. So big up Tanya over at Audiomack. Can't leave out Audiomack. But the streaming revenue, now this is fraction of pennies, but over time it can accumulate. Also, you have to be aware that for the streaming revenue, if you have that hit song, then you definitely want to be partaking in this revenue source. Where the entertainment attorney is going to come in is, when you're looking for a digital distributor, they all have different agreements. All of their agreements are what's called adhesion contracts, meaning you don't really have, either you take it or you leave it. You can't really negotiate these contracts. However, you want to have an entertainment attorney to go over the contract with you so that you fully understand. There are problems that arise with a lot of these digital distributors. I've received calls in regards to these things. So just be aware. I give thanks for all of the people who have reached out, book consultations. We do have that option. You can book a consultation on our website, and we can go deeper dive on anything that you see on Lion Law. We can take a deep dive on it. So feel free, again, book a consultation. Invest in yourself to get the knowledge. Number two, we're talking about music publishing. And music publishing, you have two baskets. You have the mechanical royalties and you have the performance royalties. And the performance royalties, you're looking at the ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, and these agencies that collect your performance royalties. Mechanical royalties are collected by the Harry Fox agency. Now, for your publishing, for independent artists, I stress this because I started out by setting up a publishing company with one of my law school colleagues, and we learned a lot in that process. But first and foremost, we learned this is a full-time occupation to do it properly, which is why we no longer went that route. So if you're going to handle your own publishing, just know that you're not going to most likely be able to do it justice and be a full-time artist. So what the option is for a lot of independent artists is to deal with an administrative publisher, meaning you keep ownership over your publisher. You hire someone, typically it'll take 10 to 15% of the revenue, of the publishing revenue. And they will set up, they will do the deal with Harry Fox Agency. They will make sure that you're collecting on your mechanicals and that you're getting your publisher share on performance royalties. Songwriting royalties are paid directly to the composer. That's your ASCAP and BMI when you sign up. So depending how you structure your publishing, again, a lot of people go the administrative publishing route. Number 3, and we're gonna do some deep dive because publishing is something that, that's the long money. So you have to know about that as an independent artist. Number 3, merchandise. You see, I promote the Reading Ras merchandise. Make sure you check up on the website and everything I'm telling you here, because we have the artist side, and trust me, my artist side vexed with me right now coming put the time and attention. But as you can see, we're building out an entire ecosystem. The artist is only one part of that ecosystem. I don't recommend everybody do it this way because I have so many interests. It makes sense for me, and your journey is crafted by you. You're one of a kind. That is your advantage, your competitive advantage in the marketplace. So remember that. But yes, your merchandise, and the key for this right now is a thing named print on demand. If you're living in the United States or Canada, you have places like Shopify, Printful, that you can create your merch. Sites like Patreon are also getting to this, where they have print on demand services where certain levels of your patron, they can get access to merchandise. But it's also, if you can print, if you're a touring artist, it may make sense to get physical inventory where you're moving around with it. So it just, again, depends on where you are. But merchandise is key. And merchandise is not just a t-shirt. It can be a mug. It can be a keychain. It can be something unique. Calabash. Big up Janine used to sell the steamed chalice at the shows and things like that. Big up Sister Janine, so there's all different things you can do to tailor your merchandise that fits your unique brand. But this is another income source. Of course, number 4, touring and live shows. This is the bread and butter for most of the artists in the Jamaica and the diaspora independent artist scene. Booking your own live shows, you're getting money from ticket sales, from cover charge from the door if you are booking the venue yourself, or you're selling tickets, or you're getting paid to come and perform by a promoter or a venue. So either way, this is a very important revenue source, and this is also how you grow your audience. And I can't stress enough the importance of your email list, and for the touring artists especially, making sure that they have someone on the team that is collecting emails, so you can be building that direct to consumer relationship. It's so critical. A lot of the white bands do it, and they do it well. So you see indie white rock and roll bands and and the white reggae bands are doing it as well, where you never heard of these people, and they come to your town, their show is sold out because they have their email list. They're letting their people know when they're coming to town. Very critical. And actually, that's one of your most important resources, because you can sell merch, you can direct them into a Patreon, different things that you can do while you're touring. And number 5, we're dealing with physical sales. What am I talking about? I'm talking about your CDs, your vinyl, your cassette tapes. And a man might say, but the Dejazmatch, this is 2023, you talk about vinyl and cassette tape. Well, guess what? These items are making a resurgence, particularly vinyl is making a resurgence. And these are memento items, signable memento items for your super fans who want to have something touchable. These are for collectors, but this can be a valuable revenue source for an independent artist, specifically if you're doing reggae roots, things like that, where you have purists of the genre that want to consume the genre. So your physical sales is key. Record, the vinyl sales. All of these things are critical. So again, these are 5. I'm going to do 5 more next week, and then we'll, over the next few months, we'll do some deeper dives into this, because I want to give actionable information so that independent artists, you can start building out your ecosystem. I'm going to be building my ecosystem and sharing that journey on Patreon. I've made that decision. That will take place. So if you want to join and build that energy, if you're an independent artist, join my Patreon and we'll build together. So if you're an independent artist and you're dealing with conscious music, message music, and you want company for build of energy, come and join me on the Patreon, because success is a collective sport. We say collective security, and the network is the superpower. So again, we're looking forward to share the information that we have. You can book your consultation at dejazmatchkwasi.com, and we can go into a deeper dive. We can take a look at what you have going on, make some recommendations in terms of the legal agreements that you will need to protect yourself. For all of these areas, there are contracts and agreements that accompany. So it's not just having an awareness of these are the income streams. There's now the legal infrastructure that's required. And again, I'm just outlining the broad categories right now, and then we're going to now go in more in depth to see what are some of the legal agreements and protect. We didn't talk about liability insurance. We didn't talk about a lot of different things that you would want to have to protect yourself as an independent artist moving around in this digital landscape. Everything is digital, everything is at our fingertips in terms of the world. So it's important that we set up our infrastructure so we can ensure success. And these are the things that I will share on the Lion Law. Again, if there are topics that you want addressed, leave a comment. If you want to make sure that they're addressed, join us in the Patreon as we build this network and this team. Because the time has come for the lions to tell their own story. And this is the Lion Voice. And this is Lion Law.
Lion Voice. When Rastafari repair the damage, some way we gotta find a way to manage. You ain't gotta change for me. No need to explain to me. Hey yo, things change, things fall apart. Sometimes you gotta live with a broken heart. We survived as slaves, seen days to start. We crossed ocean waves, some were thrown to sharks. We survived that part, survived that ship. Now we got trouble with relationships. She wanna be a bad, some wanna be rich. Nobody want family life, we got trick. Got problems from slavery time, that's not fixed. Still we drop it like it's hot, caught by the matrix. In slavery times, I know I couldn't protect. You must admit, I know you lost a little respect. And I know that I had to fight back. You had to watch my manhood under attack. And if I tried to react, killed or locked in a cage. The same rules still apply in the cyber age. Hey, yo, you ain't gotta change for me. In fact, no need to explain to me. I'm a king, that's why it's plain to see. You're a queen, not who you claim to be. Hey, yo, you ain't gotta change for me. In fact, no need to explain to me. I'm a king, that's why it's plain to see. You're a queen, not who you claim to be. She got a back tattoo, her neck tattoo, got a nose ring and a tongue ring too. Got a makeup mask that I can see through. I know what's under the weave and all the hair blue. She got kinky hair, just like mine. First queen of the earth, so I know she divine. Plus she fine, but I watch her decline. Black queen socialize like a concubine.